Hey guys, hello. Had a little bit of technical difficulties with the stream, um, and I'm getting messages right now. So I made a stream like days ago, set it up so that way I could put a link on the Facebook page, and let me update that link. For some reason, when I went to go open that stream on my phone, it like disappeared. I could see it on my computer, but I couldn't see it on my phone for whatever reason. Um, but yeah, so give me a second because I want to update the business page um, and put the new link in it. But I hope everybody's doing well. We have quite a few fish to give away tonight. 4 different pairs of rainbow fish, and one is a trio. I just saw Mikey LeMay is in the chat. Hello, Mikey. Mikey's here to win himself some rainbow fish for a fish tank that he does not own. But let me get this updated. Screw it. Let's just get into the chat and see how everybody's doing. A few people here already. We actually got 11 people here. That's awesome, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Let me get rid of that. Small Fry said, I always have that problem when I start live streams from StreamYard. Yeah, I think I started this stream. I can't remember if I started from my desktop or from my phone, but I did it days ago so that way people could be ready and see that I'm giving away rainbow fish tonight. But yeah, I could see it on the desktop, but the only way I could stream was through the webcam, and I rather stream through my phone. But hello, everybody. A lot of people here. Tiffany, yeah, there was a new stream. I had some issues with the other one. I couldn't connect to it through my phone. But anyways, let's talk about these rainbow fish and other kinds of rainbow fish that are coming soon. And I want to get this up on the web page. Hope everybody's doing well. Pam, in case you guys aren't friends with Pam on Facebook, I don't know if she mentioned it on any of her videos recently because I honestly haven't been able to watch anybody's uploads, just been busy. But Pam is actually getting snow where she lives, and I think she's in Wyoming. And I sent her a picture of, we had 94 degrees here. I think it was yesterday. But Pam's getting snow right now, so no summer tubbing for her yet. Papa Shrimp's here. Papa Shrimp is actually, are you officially up here now, Jerry? Papa Shrimp was in Texas and is moving to and or is now here in Ohio. He's a couple hours away. He's up north. He says effing hot in Ohio. Yeah, Jerry, you had some heat in Texas, but up here we have that humidity, and that humidity sucks. Makes everything a lot worse. So let's talk about tonight's fish giveaway. I do have 4 pairs of rainbow fish. One of those pairs is actually a trio. I have 2 pairs of, and these are all hobbyist bred from a local breeder. Hopefully I will be able to get more of these fish from him. I think it's awesome to be able to get not only rainbow fish, but any fish from a local breeder. We have 2 pairs, and these are true pairs of Boesemani rainbows. And then we have 1 pair and 1 trio of Parkinsoni rainbows. And this local breeder, he's doing some outdoor tubbing. He's setting up for the first time, which would be pretty sweet. He does his rainbows inside. But he got me in contact with a rainbow fish supplier. And so looking into what kind of fish that the supplier has, they actually have a decent selection of less common fish, whether it's rainbows, corridoras, cichlids, guppies. I mean, you name it, they have some cool stuff on their list. Whether they have that in stock right now, I did set up an account with them, but some of the really cool stuff they just don't have right now, but is on their list to special order. Anyways, I did set up an account with them, and after talking to my breeding buddy, he was over at my house. He's actually been here a couple of times now, and we've chatted for multiple hours at this point. But he kind of got me going towards these rainbow fish because they're really cool, and also it might be a good step in the business direction to start offering more rare fish. So I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably stop doing the very common nano fish that I have now. So the Harlequin rasboras, I have a ton of them right now, but once those are sold out, I probably won't be carrying those anymore. Cardinal tetras have been probably my best seller. So being that they're a best seller, I'll probably continue to carry those. But other fish like the black neon tetras, they haven't sold very well. So I'll probably, fish like that, I'll probably just stop carrying. Because, you can get those anywhere. And I think that's the problem I'm having is that a lot of these fish, people can just go to the local PetSmart and get them versus buying them through me. So I think for the business, to make business sense, I'm going to try to start doing more rare or super rare fish if possible. And I think this company is going to help me achieve what I want to do. So with that being said, current fish right now, I'm trying to get rid of everything, basically to make room for these new species. If you're a member of the email list, this is the perk they got this past week. People on the email list got 25% off site-wide. So whether people were buying fish food, filter media, heaters, box filters, sponge filters, or fish, they were getting 25% off their order. That was if, people, like when I mentioned this email list, people that subscribe to the email list, they got a coupon code for 25% off their order. For anybody that got that email and took advantage, thank you. But I'll continue to do deals like that in the future. That's a pretty steep discount, to be honest. 25% off everything was pretty huge. And my main goal is to move the fish out so I can bring in some cooler species. But let me see what's going on in the chat. Papa Shrimp says, I need some Neo and Dark German Rams once I get set up with tanks again. The Neo Lamprologus, I can get those for sure. The Dark German Rams, like if you mean like black, like Dark Knight or Black Rams, I haven't seen those on any specific list. A lot of those are going to be like hobbyist bred at this point. I don't think the farms are producing a ton of them right now, or they're just not available. But I haven't seen them on the list. Tiffany said, I like the idea of keeping some of your best sellers in stock, especially ones that pair well with a more expensive feature fish. If I am shipping something anyway, I might as well fill the box. Yeah, so best sellers are going to stay in stock, and then stuff that I've been breeding, mainly the guppies. Right now, I have hundreds and hundreds of guppies. They're just breeding like crazy. I did move them out. I moved some of my Tequila Sunrise out to the pond last week, and there's already probably 100 fry in that outdoor pond. Any fry that they were dropping inside, they were basically eating. I didn't get a single fry this whole winter that survived, let alone I never even saw any. But as soon as I put them in that outdoor pond, there's 100 fry already. I did take a video yesterday. It's going to be like a short clip, like a 2-minute long video up post, just to show the fry swimming around. But anyways, So I think tonight, every 15 minutes, I'll do a giveaway. So um, we'll start here in just a few minutes. The last giveaway I'll do, I won't do it at 9 because that's when Dan's Fish comes on. So I'll do it right before 9. But I think I'll go back and forth between the pairs. Now, this is for the US only. I will be paying for the shipping on these fish. So you must be in the United States to win these. All right. Papa Shrimp said, in Warren, Ohio, not sure where anything is. Yeah, you're pretty out there. You're northeastern. Yeah, there's not much up there, bud. Yeah, it'd be cool if Flip Aquatics was closer to like a major city, whether that was Cleveland or Columbus. It'd be sweet if he was closer to Columbus. I haven't talked to Rob in a while. The last time I think I actually talked to him was when I was at his store, and that was basically at the onset of this virus. So it's been a few months. But let's go ahead and do the first giveaway. So we'll do this a little bit before every 15 minutes. Like I was thinking like 8:15, you know, like that. Papa Shrimp says you need to come visit. Yep. I mean, I think once everything's settled down, and I told him I owe him and Amanda some Dunkin' Donuts from the last time I went up there. I asked if they wanted any, but because of like the virus thing, we kept our distance from each other. And it was cold out when I was there, so it's been a while. Oh, sorry, guys, got a little tired. Soggy says, how's the pond doing? It's got green water, which is fantastic. Fish have been in there for a week, and they're spitting out fry. I'm trying to think of how many fish I put in there. Maybe it was, I guess, maybe around 15. But the outdoor pond, once it hits green water, just becomes a fry explosion. The fry are able to hide from the parents, so they're not getting eaten, and the green water just makes the fry grow super quick. So I'll have an abundance of Tequila Sunrise here pretty soon. I still need to do my net enclosure so that way I can put multiple species in one tank. I do have lined up some really, really beautiful Dumbo ear mosaic, dragon mosaics, guppies that I want to breed out there in the pond as well with the Tequila Sunrise. But I need to keep them separate so the genes don't cross. So that's my next project that I need to do. So anyways, let's do the first drawing. This will be for, let me get a piece of paper like I did last week or 2 weeks ago. I don't even know what that is. Plate Pass. What is that from? That must be from like a Chicago trip. All right. Nope. Where? There it is. All right. So, drawing number 1. This will be for the Bosmanis. Pair 1 and pair 2. So we're going to do, how many people are in here? There's 25 right now, so we'll do, we'll do 1 to 50 on the numbers. And the way this goes, if you guys weren't here for the last time I did the drawing, when I say go in the chat, you're going to say, sorry, it's reading chat. When I say go, I'll type it in the chat. I'll say go. You're going to guess a number between 1 and 50. The closest person without going over will win. You can only guess once. Now, if you guess and somebody above you has already hit that number, you can type in a second number. When I say stop, the drawing is over. Okay, so hopefully there's no double numbers. So if somebody posted, you guess 25 and you hit enter, but somebody sniped you right before and they hit 25, you better guess the second number really quickly. But anyways, when I say go, that's when we'll do it. Small Fry Clock said, when there's a lull in the stream, please talk about nets for multiple strains of guppies. I will. I'll do it right after this. Oh, yeah, we can do a tiebreaker. Tiffany said we can do a tiebreaker. We could do that. It just, if you happen to catch yourself doing a double, let me know. But we're going to be doing the numbers 1 through 50. All right, I wrote down my number. GRB said we can do a sudden death tiebreaker. We can. Yep, we'll do something. Get ready to type it. 1 to 50, guys. Closest without going over. Is everybody ready? And this is for the Bosmanis. And if I see the number pop up, if somebody hits it dead on the head, you know, I'll just go ahead and stop it. Remember, you gotta be in the U.S. to win. If you're not in the U.S. to win, you can, we'll let you donate it to somebody, all right? Is everybody in? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let me see who is the closest. All right, the closest person for a pair of Bosmani rainbows. The number was 13. Oh, number was 13, and looks like the closest person is Pat's Fish Tanks. And I'm double checking it. Looks like Pat was the closest person. Pat, send me an email. Everybody, I will type it in. Pat's Fish Tanks won the pair. Send me an email. It's sales@614. Oh, wait. Pat's European says, give it to Chevy Fish. Chevy Fish, I actually have your address. I have your address from winning last raffle. So, Chevy Fish, I will get your pair of Bosmanis out. Pat's Fish Tanks, thank you, though, for playing along and then giving that to Chevy Fish. So I'll do a Parkinson Eye next. But so in between that, let's talk about some I forget who it was. Let me scroll up. Small Fry said, talk about nets for multiple strains of guppies. So basically what I'm going to do is build PVC, think of PVC pipe like you use on plumbing the aquariums. I'm going to do a box and basically wrap that box with mesh netting to make basically bins that I can drop into the pond, but it's enclosed by mesh so that way the fish can't get out, but water and everything can circulate through the box. That will allow me to use the 500-gallon pond, the volume of the pond, the green water of the pond, but be able to separate multiple strains of fish out. Like for instance, these Dumbo Ear Dragon Mosaics, I don't want them crossbreeding with the Tequila Sunrise, but I do want to maximize the use of that 500-gallon pond, so I can drop in these nets, these boxes, and put the fish in that box. I'll probably have to wrap the top of it with like a pool noodle to keep it to float. But two things. So it allows me to keep these multiple strains. But the second thing is, and the part I'm most excited about, easy catching. Let's say I go to sell a dozen of these guppies, I can just pull up the box and they'll all be contained. I can scoop out what I need to bag up, stuff like that. So I originally planned on doing like 4 big sections, and then leaving the Tequila Sunrise to freely roam around the outsides. So that way food on the outsides being eaten up, and then they're still separate from everything else. But that's my idea. I got the mesh net. It's actually still in the package. I bought it off of eBay, I think. I haven't even opened it. I should probably open it and make sure it's the correct stuff that I need. But yeah, I just got to get it done. A lot of things have been going on with summer. It's been really nice here. It's actually been really hot. It's been in the 90s. But I have a boat that's been parked basically since winter. I need to get that thing running. I'm thinking I want to sell the boat this year, but I want to get it, running tip top, and then use it a few times before I sell it. And I think it's one of those things where it's going to be like a flip boat. I'll probably at least be able to break even on it. I got it for a really good deal, if not make a bit of money on it. But I want to enjoy it at least for a few weekends. And it's supposed to be nice this coming weekend, so I want to get it out, change the oil on it. I got like a new stereo system for it that I started to do last summer. It's got like a new head unit, it's like the actual part that does like the music. But I got these really nice speakers for it that I need to install. But so I need to do that. I still need to build a shed, and the shed is kind of part of the fish business, so I'll probably record that. But I need to build the shed so I can get the stuff in my garage, these old car parts and old car stuff, out into a shed, and that way I can free up my garage for tanks. That's not even the only part. It's a lot of stuff that has to happen, because once the garage is empty of all of its junk, it's basically become storage for non-fish related stuff. Once that's cleared out, I need to rip down the one wall, the exterior wall, and insulate it. That's not hard. I can drywall, I can insulate, I can do all that. It's just, once again, that's time consuming. It's just time I need to get freed up to do it. There's a lot of stuff I want to do to the garage before obviously I move in the tanks. I want to paint the floor, being that it won't have car traffic on it, I can probably use concrete paint and not actually have to buy like epoxy. Epoxy would be nice, but I don't want to put money into it right now. I need to finish the LED lighting. When I was working on cars out of my garage, I started installing these. They're really thin channels, but they're, I think, 8-foot long LED light strips. I have a few more that I never put up, but I need to finish that. And then I need to get, I have a gas pipe. That's another big reason I want to go to the garage. It has a natural gas pipe in the garage, but there's no valves or takeoffs on it. It's just the pipe where it comes from the street into the house. I need to add a port on it so that way I can run a gas heater in the garage. So that would be huge for like during the winter. I won't be running an electric heater anymore. It'll be gas heat. Gas is cheaper, and it'll be more efficient to heat up that garage. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that needs to get done. I'm a one-man crew, so I just got to make time for it. And also, I don't want to try to burn out on any of this. So that's kind of like why I want to get the boat done first. That way I can try to enjoy some time, away from being at work 40 hours and then doing this every day. Just have some free time. And my coworker, he was in here earlier, Mikey LeMay. He's got a boat too, and it's nice to go out with him. And we take our boats out to there's a decent sized lake not too far from here. And there's like a party cove where like all the boats tie up to each other. And it's nice to be able to go out there for a few hours or most of the day and just hang out and listen to some music and swim. But yeah, so it'd be cool to do some videos. We do have magnets. We were going to do some magnet fishing. Mikey bought one and I bought one, mainly because he lost his anchor last year. Somebody, I won't name names, it wasn't me, didn't tie the knot on the anchor line good enough. And when they threw the anchor off his boat, the anchor separated. And when they pulled it in, it was just a rope. So we bought these magnets. I thought it'd be cool to go magnet fishing, but we are also going to purposely try to find his anchor. But it's right by a rope swing that goes out into the lake. So I'm kind of interested to see what all we can actually catch, because you never know. There might be a watch or some sunglasses, or probably nothing of value. But it'll be fun to see what we can find in this cove where there's a rope swing. So that'd be a sweet video, I think, to be able to do. And that's like having fun, but being able to record it and share it with you guys. So yeah, Pat's Fishing, sorry for spoiling it for you guys. 11 is my favorite number and love watching at SE Aquatic Streams. 2:23 a.m. over here. That's some dedication. I appreciate you watching me at 2:30 in the morning. That's crazy, but thanks, Pat. And yeah, maybe when I do the hard goods giveaway, I'll try to send you something. GRB Aquatics did win and gave his gift away a couple weeks ago. And because he did that, I did mail him a USB Nano air pump. I don't know if he got it yet, because I don't know how long stuff takes to get to Australia from here, or if he'll even get it with customs and stuff being an electronic device. But it's worth a shot. I sent him one. But Pat, I'll try to do something for you in the future. Pat also said, magnet fishing is super interesting. We found some cool stuff last time. I've seen some videos of magnet fishing, and like especially off like fishing docks where you find lures and pocket knives. But I've seen people find like bicycles and scooters. So I'm interested to try it. And then being that I have a boat, I can get out like underneath bridges. I think it would be kind of cool to see what I can find. Anyways, let's do another drawing. We'll do this for a pair of Parkinsoni rainbows. So this will be the pair. And we'll save the trio, the best, for last. Alright, Parkinsoni rainbows. We will do 50 to 100 on this drawing. 50 to 100. $50 to 100. All right, everybody hear that? And go. $50 to 100. Reels tanks, 50 to 100, bud. While you guys are doing your numbers, I'm just reading up on the chat. Pat's Fish Tank says, I have my giveaway going on worldwide. Enough, you just shouted me out, and if you get into my giveaway as well, would mean everything to me. When is your giveaway, Pat? Papa Shrimp said, let me know when you go. I will let you know when I head up there. I don't have any plans, anything currently. You need to talk Rob into doing an employee appreciation like cookout, and I'll just randomly show up during the cookout. Tiffany said, what size mesh is small enough for guppy fry? So the mesh I bought is I think it's more of a fabric. It's like the stuff that they use on like gym shorts, where it's that kind of like double layer mesh. Oh. All right, so I threw the word stop out. Hopefully everybody got in. Pat, yeah, you can share the link. I don't care. Let me scroll and see who got the closest. I always like seeing what it is before I say what number I picked, just because you guys are a lot quicker at seeing who won before I did. All right, well, that's kind of cool. All right, so the number was 53, and the very first guess, and correct me if I'm wrong, the very first guess was Joe Campbell, maybe. Guess 50, closest without going over. I don't see anybody with a 51 or a 52. So Joe, hopefully everybody can confirm, but Joe, you are the winner. Sales at 614fish.com. Send me your name and address. And these fish, just so everybody knows, these fish go out next week. Today is my last day I ship out live fish, and that's dependent on where they are. If the fish are one business day, I ship them out on Wednesday. If it's more than one business day, they go out like Monday or Tuesdays. But Joe, you are the winner. So make sure you email me sometime after the stream. It's sales at 614fish.com. Email is in the chat. But yeah, just send me your contact info. And then we'll do the Bosamani pair, the last pair of those next. We'll do that in a few minutes. And the breeder, the local breeder that donated these fish, I don't know if he's watching live right now, but I know he does watch my channel. So thank you for donating these fish. He didn't want his name brought up because he already has a ton of people that message him for these fish, and he's not big, I guess, really on shipping fish. So I'm not mentioning his name, but he does watch this channel. Thanks, bud. Thank you for your insight on some of these rare species that I want to bring in. But anyways, guys, these are hobbies bred locally here in Columbus, Ohio. Joe said never won anything before. Well, there's a first time for everything. GRB say he hasn't received it yet. Yeah, I mean, so with shipping there, I won't lie, I shipped it USPS, like international, like snail mail. So I think it said it would probably take at least 5 days minimum to get there. It wasn't like expedited like overnight or anything like that. I tried to, if it's the United States, I'll pay for priority. It's not a big deal. But if it's going overseas and it's not anything pressing, I just picked wherever was cheapest, just because I'm eating that cost. So I shipped, I think it was like 5 to 8 days, something like that. Tiffany said, "What size are the rainbows now, and how long does it take them to grow out?" So I'll be honest, I've never kept rainbows before. After having these guys, makes me want to keep rainbows. I do know rainbows take a long time to grow. They're a little bit of a pain from talking to my buddy about like growing them up. Like once you hatch them, you hatch them first and you gotta grow them. He said basically you're feeding them live baby brine shrimp every single day. But he did say that they take forever to grow up. I don't know what forever is, but I'm used to guppies going from fry to like breeding size in 2 to 3 months, if not quicker. depending on like how heavily you're feeding them. But rainbows I know take a long time. They are probably about 1.5 inches long. They're like probably about like that. They're the perfect size for shipping. So the other thing talking to him about, which gave me some good insight, shipping adult rainbows is hard. He said, for instance, he drove to Chicago to get some adult rainbows that he wanted, and one of the males passed away before he even got home. They just stress out a ton when they're big. So he said they're really a pain to ship once they're full size. So the smaller they are, the better they are. But these are pairs. He brought them to me bagged as pairs, so that way I wouldn't have to like try to catch out. And if they're not colored up because of stress, I left them as pairs in the beta rack. So they're in my beta rack. It's on tap water. It's about 78 degrees right now, and they're eating Tetracolor tropical granules. So if they eat that, they'll take like flake food and very common stuff. I found that if I can get anything to eat Tetracolor tropical granules, they'll eat like anything that you give them. So they're not picky at all. They're eating whatever, or not whatever, but whenever I feed them, and yeah, they look good. So. Real Thing says 6 to 8 months to get to sellable size. He said 2 foot, but 2 inches from fry. Yeah, I know it takes, from what he was saying, is it takes a lot of work to get them up there to that size. Yeah, I'd say they're 1.5 to 2 inches. But why don't we go ahead and do another drawing on the last pair of Boesemans, and then we'll save the best for last. So we'll do a 1 to 50. Writing down my number. Oh, wait. I need to write down Joe. Joe won the last one. All right, so the numbers are going to be 1 to 50. When I say go. Closest without going over, guys. Closest without going over. Hope everybody's ready. This is for a Boesemani pair. For a pair. Let's go. Number 1 to 50 without going over. We'll give everybody a minute. Need to change out the filter floss on that tank. All right. I think everybody's in. We're doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, let me see who the closest was. Okay, it looks like it was suspense. You guys waiting? The number was, It's right there, number 48. And it looks like it was Adrian. I think it was Adrian PR5. Adrian PR5, if you are in the United States, you just won yourself a pair of Boesemani rainbow fish. Send me an email, sales@614fish.com. With your name and contact info, like your shipping address. Send me that info to the email, and they will go out next week. But congrats. Congratulations. Trying to think if I want to do something different for the last drawing, but we'll see. Is anybody else doing outdoor tubs yet? If you're planning on doing them and or are doing them, love to hear if you're doing them and what you guys are doing with them. You got plants in them? Do you have fish in them yet? I know people do shrimp outside. Lucas Brett sent me a video. He texted me a video yesterday of his backyard, and it's coming along really well. So he's probably gonna have some good content coming out. I know he posted, I think, a short video on it last week, but he's got a lot going on. It's gonna be really cool once he gets that all done. But summer tubbing's awesome. If you haven't tried it yet, guys, do it. You can do it with a tote. You can do it with a blow-up pool. Anything that holds water, you can do it. I don't run plants in mine, but I do plan on trying my hand at pothos. Nitrates aren't really an issue for me yet because there's just not enough fish in the water. But if I do start adding multiple lines of fish into that pond, I do want to try pothos. But Mr. Fish Sir says that he has them. Look on my channel. I will check it out. Cole says, worry about doing a tub of mosquitoes. You won't have mosquito issues because the fish, as long as you do fish, the fish will eat the larva, and that's why the fish grow so quickly outdoors, is because they're being fed all these mosquito larvae from the mosquitoes. Chevy Fish said, tubs out for weeks, still too cold at night for fish. Yeah, like, it's been great here. I mean, it's in the, I think I saw, we got like I don't want to say a cold spell, but the next few days it's going to get a little bit cooler, but I still think it's like low 50s at night. The guppies do fine when it's low 50s. Yeah, if you're doing something a little bit more tropical than guppies, then you might have issues. I forget, I'm trying to remember where you were. I think Illinois, maybe? Or somewhere Midwest. I can't remember, but yeah, once you hit that time at night that you're comfortable with fish, it's super sweet. And like I said, you don't have to worry about guppies. You don't have to worry about mosquitoes as long as you have fish that will eat the larva. I know last year I did the pond, and that was my first year doing it. I didn't have like any mosquito issues from it. You still have mosquitoes in general, but it's not like it's going to create a breeding haven for them. And just think about the mosquito fish. It's Gambusia. I actually have Gambusia in my fish room. I should probably put them outside, right? They're basically a guppy. They look like a guppy. I don't know scientifically how similar they are. The scientific name is Gambusia. It's known as a mosquito fish, but they're used in Florida in the canals and stagnant water to eat mosquito larvae. Tiffany says, I grow a lot of pothos and other, aeroids? You might be getting technical on me. I'm not a technical guy. before I start fish. I love my plants. Pothos is wonderful stuff. I've never kept pothos. I know Ohio Fish Rescue uses it. I've seen a lot of people use it, and it grows like gangbusters. So I thought it'd be cool to do it outside, and I like how it's like the viney style growth. I think it'd be cool to be able to wrap it around the pond, as long as I have enough nitrates to support that, to wrap it around the pond and use it as like a decoration. I want to start it in my bio falls, the biofilter falls from Aquascape that's on that pond. It's full of lava rock, so that's the biological filtration. I think if I plant stuff in the top of that, that lava rock would be a great source for plants to root to. I think it'd be cool to have the pothos start there and then wrap it around the outside of the pond. But I need, I can plant other stuff in it too. I need to find water lettuce. My wholesaler doesn't have it listed. They say they can get it. I just haven't gone through the hassle of asking them to like price it out for me. I just need to find somebody locally that has a ton of it and just buy it from them, or if they, throw it away or something, grab a little bit. Mark's here. Hello, Mark. He says pothos is hard to kill. Yeah, that's right up my alley then. I got some hornwort in the indoor pond, the plywood aquarium pond. I want to move outside and see how it does. I just don't want like too many. I really don't want plants in the pond because I want to make it easy for me to catch fish out. So if I do anything in the pond, I kind of want to do like a floater, like water lettuce or something like that I can like push out of the way and pull the nets out. Chattanooga Ed is here just in time for the final drawing coming up here in a few minutes. Chattanooga Ed, we have already given away 3 pairs of fish. The last that we're giving away is a trio of Parkinsoni rainbow fish, hobbyist bred locally here in Ohio. Pat's Fish Thing says, hornwort is great to breed guppies. Yeah, I have a ton of it in my pond, my indoor pond. I ordered some from my wholesaler and it came in this like big bag. I was really surprised at how much they sent me because I didn't realize it would be that much. I tossed it in that pond and I dosed it heavily with fertilizer, and then it took off and like took over the whole freaking thing. I actually need to clean out that pond. It's got a ton of shrimp in it. I tossed in like 10 orange neocaridinias, and every time I look I see more and more babies because it's a huge surface area, so they're just loving it. But duckweed took over, and because I was dosing the fertilizer so heavily, the duckweed exploded, and I need to clean it out. And really the easiest way for me to clean it is just to put an overflow on that pond, and then it'll just naturally go through the overflow and out. The only problem is the shrimp will too. But yeah, I can scoop it out and stuff, but I just hate duckweed. It's a great plant. It does wonders for lowering nitrates. I just hate looking at it. I don't know what it is. I just hate it. I hate it. Pat says he uses duckweed for my homemade shrimp foods with nettles. That sounds awesome. So I basically just scoop it out of my tanks and throw it in my 75 with the goldfish, and it'll pile up an inch thick on the surface, and they'll just take their time and they eat it. So I use it to feed the goldfish, and then Reels Tank says duckweed is tank herpes. Yeah, it really is. And like all it takes is a seed, and it's one of those things where I've come to realize I can't stop it. It just happens. And so anytime you guys buy plants from no matter who it is, rinse them off, and then you can even quarantine plants. There's some people that quarantine plants. The only quarantine plants I do is when I take plants out of a tank that had snails, I put them in with my pea puffer, and I'll leave them in there for a month. So that way any eggs that are on that plant, they'll hatch, and then the pea puffer just picks them off. But that was funny, Reels. Real says I can't grow it. Are you talking about duckweed? Like you can't grow it because you don't have it, or you've tried to have duckweed and you can't grow it? Because I don't know how you can't grow duckweed. Pat's fish tanks talks about growing it in all the tanks. I'd like to know like how you use it as a or as a shrimp food. Do you put it in a blender? Do you just let it dry out and then you compact it? Like I'd be interested in seeing how I could repurpose it into fish food or shrimp food. Um, Duckweed's great. It really is an awesome plant at getting rid of nitrates in a tank. It multiplies itself so quickly. It's great for that. It really is. And it's good cover on the top. If the nitrates are strong enough and the light's strong enough, they actually grow some roots. The stuff in my pond, my indoor pond, will grow inch to inch and a half long roots. And every other tank there's like no roots, just barely. Stuff in the pond, because it's got high light and high nitrates, they grow some serious roots. Like it'd be sweet coverage for fry. Shrimp love being on it. It's great. It's unsightly. To me, it's unsightly. It's a pain. It's a pain when you're trying to sell fish and you have to work around it. You have to basically pre-scoop out a hole so you can get your net in there. It's just a pain. And then no matter what, I always feel like one little piece ends up in a fish bag, and I feel terrible for sending out a fish bag that has one piece in it. So I usually try to get it out, but if not, hopefully that's why everybody has their quarantine tanks like they should, and they see that one piece and they pull it out. But Mark said duckweed is supposed to be high in protein. Yeah, I'm sure it's high in a lot of beneficial things. It's good stuff, but it's just a pain. Pat said, I am working on a video about it. I dry it out, store it. Later, I blend it with nettles, and this time I'm going to experience with seaweed. After that, I place it in pellet forms and let it dry for around 10 days, as I haven't purchased a dryer yet. Okay, that's cool. Okay, Small Fry said there's a Pleco guy in Canada that has a YouTube channel. He blenders duckweed repair sheet. I don't know what repair sheet is. Leaf lettuce and a bunch of other veggies. Adds in a gelatin mix. Okay, so almost kind of like a Repashy, because Repashy ends up being like gelatin. I'm loving Repashy right now. That's what I'm feeding this tank. If you guys haven't messed with it, like I've always heard about it, and I've heard a lot of people recommend it. It's pretty creative. It comes in a powder form. You add hot water to your mix. You stir it up, and then you put it in the fridge. It turns into like a hard gel, and like I've seen people put them in like ice cube trays. I just put it in a Tupperware, and then I have this little like butter knife, and I can slice out cubes or slivers. So like with this tank, I'll do like square chunks, and then I'll do real long like sheets, and to give them different options how they want to eat on it. But they love it. I'm using I think it's Bottom Scratcher and Morning Wood. I'm combining two of them, and that's a cool thing. You can combine them. But I guess on the bottle there's a jerky recipe to make like jerky with it. So that way it's harder for them. They have to pick at it longer. But it's pretty cool stuff. If you haven't given it a try, buy like one of the little small bottles of it. My Repashy bin's right there. This is a small bottle. 3 ounces. And they go up to like big tubs. But try a small bottle. And like this is the Community Plus version. Give that a try, and you'll be amazed. It's pretty cool stuff. I really do enjoy feeding them with it. All right, It's 8:55, guys. I think it's time to do the last drawing, the trio of Parkinsonites. Is everybody ready? There's 30, where'd it go? I thought I saw 31 people watching right now. We're going to do a number. We're going to do a number between 1, there's 33 right now, 1 and 75. 1 and 75, so have your number ready. It's the closest without going over. A number between 1 and 75, closest without going over. You must be in the United States to win. If you're outside the U.S., you can still play. You just have to donate your winnings to somebody that you want in the chat. So that way everybody gets to play. But I'm only shipping to the U.S. Number between 1 and 75. This is for a trio. Parkinsoni rainbow fish, hobbyist bred here in Columbus, Ohio. Anyways, I will say go in the chat. That's when you type your number in. And when I say stop, you stop. But the number will be between 1 and 75. Hope everybody's ready. Rich T already put his number out. He just retracted it. But I hope everybody's ready. 1 to 75, guys. Good luck. This is for the trio. Hope I wrote everybody's down. Yep. Pam, your chat doesn't belong in the middle of all those numbers. You know, you're saying hi to Jerry. Don't say hi to Jerry, by the way. He's Ohioan now. He's a Buckeye. Tom Chevy had that number 13 first, so you might want to throw another number out real quick. Or keep it, and we can do a draw off or a tiebreaker. But anyways, guys, we're going to count it down from 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm already writing the winner down because they were super close. And stop. Alright, guys, the number and the winner was, let me go back up and double check myself. Who's the winner? Where'd it go? Number was 75. Small Fry Aquatics was the closest at number 73. I know, I'm pretty boring. I picked the last number you could possibly have. The number was 75, and the closest was Small Fry Aquatics. Sharon said, I was born in Ohio, Buckeye at heart. That's the OHIO. But Small Fry, congratulations. Tiffany, you can't be bad at this game. I was going to say, I pick a random number, and sometimes it's just the last digit, nothing crazy. Anyway, Small Fry Aquatics, congratulations, you just won the trio, Park and Stone Eyes. Send me your name and address, sales@614fish.com. Chattanooga Ed said, good number. That was my football number. Awesome. But congratulations to all the winners. Chevy Fish got donated a pair of Bozemantes. We got Joe, Adrian, and Small Fry Aquatics. Congratulations to everybody. I don't know what I have planned for the next drawing. If you guys have any ideas, drop a comment on the video. If you would like to see fish foods, you know, I got all sorts of fish foods. Sarah Fish Foods, Hikari Fish Foods, Northfin Fish Foods, Tetra Fish Foods, etc. I got all sorts of stuff. I might start doing some more plants because that's kind of easy for me to give away since I'm growing them. Mosses, maybe I'll do moss. I got a ton of that I can give away. Or I might start doing some guppies. I have a ton of guppies that are breeding right now. So maybe we'll do mutt guppies. Mr. Fish Sir said mini air pump. Yeah, I gave away, I think 2 of them on that first drawing. One went to GRB and the other I think went to Chevy Fish. The problem is that I only have I think 1 left in stock. They're really hard to get a hold of right now, and so with 1 left, I don't really want to give away the last one, but maybe in the future. But plants, I think everybody could always use some more plants, right? More tanks. But anyways, Dan's Fish should be going live. I think he's giving away some guppies tonight. Mike said digital thermometers. Those are new. Those will be, they're actually on the website, guys. They're in tank. So it's not the ones where it's like the wire. These are these little displays that suction cup, and it's on the inside, and it's digital. So it's that real quick. You can look and be like, all right, it's 80 degrees. They're on the website. Check them out. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Check out Dan's stream. I'll see you next week. Thank you for the support. Don't forget, on the website, if you want to buy any kind of supplies or fish, discount code YouTube at checkout saves you 10%. If you're subscribed to the email, you would have got a coupon code for 25% off. So if you're not signed up for the email, you should probably sign up for the emails because they get specials here and there. But anyways, guys, thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Stay fishy. All that OFR stuff. I still need a catchphrase. Figure out catchphrase for me, guys. But I'll see you next Wednesday. Maybe this weekend if I get some cool stuff going on. But thanks